Hello folks, this episode may contain adult themes and swear words, mainly because I can't be asked to edit them out anymore. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Top 2 Inches Rugby podcast. Ollie, you there, buddy?
I am indeed, mate. Hello, how are you?
I'm not too bad, my good man. I'm not too bad. How are you?
I am wonderful. Having a lovely week. Thank you very much.
Well, you must have had a lovely week because we got to catch up on the weekend.
Did we?
I'm pretty sure we did, mate. Yes. You know, one of those family things.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot. Yeah, we did, mate. Yeah, we did. I'm only joking.
Where you go out with the kids and, you know, the parents moan about being parents and...
Yeah.
And then kids become annoying.
Yeah, exactly, mate. It's always nice to meet up with your missus and your kids.
My missus wasn't there, mate.
No, but you were, unfortunately. That's what I was saying. But never mind.
Anyway, let's get back to the rugby. And the Gallagher Premiership starts this weekend. You excited?
I am actually, mate. Yeah, I am. It's
genuinely, I am too. I can't wait.
Yeah, I literally only in the last couple of days I've started to get a bit excited, but it's a bit weird. It feels like it's not been very long since the end, you know, the sort of finale of last season, but it also seems like an eternity ago that we've had the Premiership Rugby as well. So yeah, I'm excited.
Mate, I agree. I get where you're coming from, and yeah, proper excited about the start of this season. Really looking forward to it. Obviously, last week we kind of talked about our kind of thoughts around the top 6 teams, you know, in the standings and how it finished. We also gave our kind of view on where we think teams are going to kind of finish this season. This week, we're going to finish off the final 6 teams plus Saracens and kind of give our overall standings for everybody. And we'll also look ahead to the start of the Premiership and kind of give predictions. We'll maybe talk a little bit about fantasy rugby, but obviously not to give too much away to each other on our kind of thoughts and kind of squad selections. But first off, as ever, let's start with the news from the BBC. Other professional media outlets are available. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good, mate. Let's go for it.
Okay, so probably one of the most surprising... Can you just hear the excitement in my voice? Jesus.
I haven't heard excitement like this from you for... Well, ever, mate.
Unless there's food involved.
True, very true.
I'm always excited when there's...
Steak sandwich.
Steak sandwich, too true. So, Joe Simpson, formerly now of Gloucester, has joined Saracens. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? And I think that's potentially a really clever signing by Saracens as well.
Well, they're not stupid, mate, are they? No,
history would say they're not. Although, definition of stupid considering what they got in trouble for. But yeah, no. You sent me that news as soon as it broke. I don't know if you got that from the BBC or not, but
I did.
Yeah, you did. I said to you, mate. I think we both agreed, isn't it? It's a good signing for Sarries and for Simpson personally as well, isn't it? Because his career sort of stuttered, would you say, a bit over the last couple of seasons with Gloucester? He was on fire with Wasps, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, let's just have a little very brief look at it. 230 appearances for Wasps. He's been around since 2006. He's now 33, so you could say he's coming to the end of his career.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Saracens do have Van Ziel, but he's suspended, and Ruben de Haas is on international duty. And I think Joe Simpson might be kind of, you know, it's a 1 month loan deal to provide squad cover, but still at the start of the season where Saracens realistically need to hit the ground running, it's not a bad person to have in there with all his experience, is it?
Is it? I didn't know that actually, mate. Is it just 1 month loan, is it?
Yeah, well, to be fair, I didn't realise that until I read it more in depth. But yeah, it's a 1 month loan deal, but still,
Okay.
it's still not a bad acquisition. It's still good for him because, like you said, he hasn't really been featuring for Gloucester.
No. Okay, that changed it slightly there because I thought it was a permanent deal, but
Yeah, sorry, mate, that's my fault. I think.
no, that's yeah. Either way, it's almost like sort of Wigglesworth role at Saracens, isn't it? Having a
Yeah.
old experience number 9 there, isn't it? Because yeah, the other two guys you mentioned, I don't actually know them, but I think they're both youngsters, aren't they?
No, mate.
Or are they? Or are they?
No, I think. Well, Ruben de Haas, I think he's a Canadian scrum half, so he's on international duty, and I've got a feeling Van Ziel is obviously a Safa. I think he might be young, but I thought they also had a Davis, a scrum half called Davis, a Welsh lad. I'm sure he played in the friendly game with Ulster.
Don't know, mate. Don't
Yeah.
know.
But anyway, that's it. That's the move. He's going over there for a month or so. You never know. It might work out a bit longer if he impresses.
Yeah.
Gareth,
I think that'd be good if it does. Gloucester have signed. Is it Meehan? Isn't it from London Irish?
yes.
Yeah. So potentially they've sort of lined him up as the number 1 9 now. Hines has gone as well, hasn't he? So
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be quite nice to see if Simpson sort of stamps his mark there and makes that a year deal rather than just a month, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd agree. Moving on, Gareth Anscombe, Welsh fly half, makes his Ospreys debut debut back at Northampton. So Gareth Anscombe obviously been out for bloody hell. When was it? August 2019 when he did that knee injury against England at Twickenham.
Yeah.
And he's finally kind of on the road to recovery and played his first game in a friendly against Northampton.
That's good to hear, mate. Good to hear.
Good to have him back. Get this, Tigers have signed Cowan-Dickie.
Don't be silly.
No, I'm not being silly. Leicester Tigers have signed Cowan-Dickie.
Luke Cowan-Dickie?
No, Tom Cowan-Dickie. So yeah, Leicester Tigers have basically signed Tom Cowan-Dickie from the chorus. Sorry, it's on loan again. I should read these really. He's on loan. Signs a Cornish hooker on loan.
Any relation?
He is the older brother of Luke Cowan-Dickie.
All right, okay.
And it's basically he began his career with the Pirates, having rejoined from Plymouth Albion. Made over 60 appearances for the club. He's a tough, hard-working, experienced player who Borthwick has said he's pleased to welcome to Leicester Tigers. So,
what position?
Okay. Did you like what I did there? You genuinely thought Luke Cowan-Dickie got on to Tigers, didn't you?
Yeah, you are a genius. You are a genius. Comedy genius.
Go there, get the crowds in, get the fans going.
That's good. It's good though. That's good that they're sort of signing players befit of their sort of standard, aren't they? Championship players. So it's
yeah, absolutely.
Tigers as a club. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
They don't want to be going for big stars. That's what I'm saying. No,
there's no point because then big stars go off and play for England and Lions, and then you don't have them for a while, do you?
No, I mean because the standard of rugby they play is only sort of championship standard. So.
Oh, what
Moving on.
Jesus, it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
No, it's kicking off this week, mate.
Oh, true. So it's full banter.
Full banter ahead.
So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit of this. What
do you
think of this Super 12s thing?
Well, I haven't read any detail of it, mate, and I don't really need to because I just think it's ridiculous. In all honesty, yeah, no, I don't agree with anything like that. That's we don't need it. You don't need it. It's just pointless. You got a 15-a-side game that needs work on to. That's where, in my view, we don't need a new game with a new number of players. You just need to make the the best of the existing game, and really try and gain additional support and fans for the 15-a-side game, isn't it? And there's a existing 7-a-side game which has been a little bit pushed by the wayside over the last 18 months.
Yeah.
So if you want something with potentially a bit more consistent excitement and running rugby and less people on the field, then there's a game there set up to build back up again, isn't it? So no, don't agree with it.
No, that's fair enough, mate. And I know often we don't necessarily agree, but on this one, yeah, I totally agree. I just don't see how they can make it happen. Players of any quality or standing will obviously already have contracts in place and will be focused on that. So what's the point? Focus on making the 15s game even better. Keep the 7s going as an alternative, and let's just fucking hell stop beating around the bush and just get shit going, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just like you just look at the last two seasons, how COVID's affected. Just looking at rugby, but how COVID's affected the sport. I mean, it's just not the time to even be
bothering.
I'm surprised that that's even been raised now. There's, yeah. Oh, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's just, yeah.
No, that's fine, mate.
Ridiculous, mate. It's just ridiculous, in my view.
Totally agree with you on that one. Okay, so let's just talk about. Obviously, there was some rugby played over the weekend, and obviously in the Rugby Championship. I've only seen the highlights, but I do.
Yeah,
same. Okay. What I will say is that New Zealand, by all accounts, it looked a bit like a second team. Well, not really a second team, just people in different positions. Just put Argentina to the sword, 39-0.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Do you mean player-wise? I think it looked fairly strong for me, the starting lineup I saw, but that hit on
Matera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the All Black prop, but wow.
It was Matey Boy, wasn't it? It wasn't Lala, was it? It was the other one. Tunikufu?
I forget the name.
He basically melted.
I saw the highlights, and that was one of the main highlights, wasn't it?
Yeah. He absolutely ended and melted Matera into oblivion. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the New Zealand machine just rolls on, doesn't it? It's like it's unstoppable.
Yeah, that offload as well. That run.
Oh, Barrett,
and then finish it with that reverse spin pass offload. That was immense. That just shows the skill the guy's got, isn't it? You don't see him do that all the time, but that's just amazing.
Yeah, oozing class, quality, and just how they're going to be beaten, I don't know. But people were kind of saying that South Africa are going to give them a run for their money, and they
slipped up.
But they slipped up.
Yeah.
How are you?
Did they slip up, or was it just the return of Quade Cooper that?
Well, to be fair, South Africa outscored Australia 3-1. So Quade Cooper made 8 kicks from 8.
Yeah, they missed a few kicks, didn't they, as well?
They missed a few kicks. So was it just that South Africa had an off day? But then saying that, Australia had 2 yellow cards. South Africa had 2 yellow cards as well, didn't they?
The overall. I think it's a good rugby story, isn't it? Seeing Quade Cooper return.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's played for the Wallabies since 2017 or something, isn't it?
It's been a while.
Yeah. So to come back with that performance and kick the winning kick as well is just great, isn't it? It's good to see.
So, but we are a little bit happy South Africa lost, aren't we?
Obviously. Just a shame it wasn't the game before.
Or a few games.
Oh, yeah, a few games now, isn't it?
We mean the Lions, don't we? Let's be honest.
That's exactly what we mean, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just trying to think, just looking ahead to the championship, rugby championship. Australia play South Africa again next week. So it's not until 25th of September when New Zealand play South Africa. So I will definitely be trying to watch a little bit more than just the highlights for that bad boy, because I think that's going to be a really interesting game.
Fixtures of New Zealand, Argentina playing again, and then Australia, South Africa playing again, and then it will be All Black South Africa. Yeah, okay.
Should we move on to the rest of the table then, and start with how you put it? Bath are at the top as we're starting off with Bath.
Top of the league.
Right. Not many players in for Bath. Johannes Jonker from Ealing Trailfinders, Darcy Ray, few boys promoted from the academy, but you've lost quite a few. You know, Zach Mercer, Will Chudley, Reese Priestland, Elliot Stuke, Ross Batty, Henry Thomas, Jack Walker, Josh Matavesi now gone as well. Jamie Bahati has gone as well. Obviously, Danny Sips is in there, but didn't feature last season, but he's obviously going to be predominant this season. Is that old Schumann going to be back from injury soon, or?
Tian Schumann?
Yes.
I think he's getting there, but I don't think he's not for start of the season. I don't think. Right.
So tell me then, mate. Bath.
What? Tell you what.
What are you thinking? Is it all down?
Danny Sips?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not all down to Danny Sips, because it's a 15-man game and it's all about the squad. And but I've actually just borrowed your rose-tinted glasses, mate, this week.
Have you got your little list out?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, go for it.
I borrowed your rose-tinted glasses, and I'm going for Danny Sips is going to have a stellar first season with Bath and finally get our outstanding quality backline that we have playing and going and doing the damage that it should be doing to all of the teams in the Premiership. Third.
Wow.
There you go. Third. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, fine. Can you just remind everybody where we've got people positioned first?
Yeah. Hang on 2 seconds, mate. Let me just put it up.
It's not on a spreadsheet, sure.
Yeah, of course it is, mate. I love these spreadsheets. So what we've done so far, as in the 6 teams we've reviewed, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Go through each team and what we've done, or do it me, then you? With
just
all 6
you, then me, mate.
Okay, I went so far Harlequins 7th, Exeter Chiefs 1st, Sale 5th, Bristol 2nd, Northampton Saints 10th, and Leicester Tigers 6th. And you went...
And Bath now 3rd.
And Bath now 3rd, yeah. Harlequins 6th.
Yeah.
Chiefs 2nd, Sale 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Bristol 5th, Northampton Saints 7th, Tigers 3rd.
No.
Bath...
No. Sorry, Tigers are 4th.
Oh, you must have said 3rd.
No, sorry, mate. Always 4th. Sorry.
Okay, I'll change that. 4th, and then you haven't actually said what you're... Okay, what we 13th? You're going for 13th, is it, for Bath?
No.
12th?
No. 8th.
8th?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just can't see it happening. I'm sorry. I want to believe in it. I want a Harlequins. I genuinely do. Not at the expense of Tigers, but I want a Bath Tigers final where Danny Cipriani has done like a Harlequins of last year, got Bath to the top of the table, but then in the final the Tigers basically just fucking kill you and you lose. That's what I want.
Well, it's just not going to happen, is it?
Well, you ain't third. I mean, come on.
Well, no, because the only team out of those two that will actually have a chance of getting to the final will be Bath. And if they ever did meet, then Bath would beat Tigers. So that's just ridiculous, Gareth. Come on.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Do you think you guys are gonna? I mean, you genuinely think third?
Yeah, I'm getting those positive thoughts out there. Let's get them out. Let's go for it. We're third.
Okay, cool. So next on the list was Wasps. Do you like that?
Yep.
Little sound effect there.
Very good.
I'm just really excited. I'm sorry. So Wasps have done a fair old bit of business this season as well. So players out. You got Will Rowlands has gone. Lima Sopawanga has gone. Tommy Taylor's gone to Sale Sharks. Ben Vellacott's gone to Edinburgh. Who else? They've lost a prop to Grenoble, a Georgian prop. I can't say his name. Who have they brought in? Vahita Fahita, the Hurricanes flanker number 8.
Yep.
He's decent. Peter Schultz from the Scarlets. Nazim Carr's coming back for another go around the merry-go-round. Elliot Stooks coming from Bath. Francois Hugard from Worcester.
Yep.
That's Ali Crossdale from Sarries. Hugard's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Given they've already got Dan Robson.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is Robson going to be included? You don't know till Eddie brings the squad out. Is he going to be?
Who knows what Eddie's going to
still involved with England or not? You don't know, do you? But yeah, no, I think that's probably a good, if not one of their best signings that they've done. I think the number 8's pretty useful, isn't he? But he's a big lump, isn't he? A big unit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just still think that it's quite a big turnover they've got there, isn't it?
Yeah. Some quality
sorry?
Some quality players. You know, Tommy Taylor's been around a long time. Will Rowlands was always decent value. Sopawanga never really kind of, got any kind of stability really. Oh, Kieran Brooks is gone as well.
Yep.
Juan de Jong's gone to Stormers. So they have lost a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think actually number 10 is will be interesting how that goes this season, because I'm not sure Umaga is their definite first choice number 10. There's I've just gone completely brain freeze, gone blank on the
lad that Atkinson, isn't it? Owen Farrell absolutely ended him, didn't he? Got red carded.
Yeah.
Is it Atkinson?
Oh, I've just gone. That's close. I've just gone completely blank there, mate.
But
you know who we mean, don't you?
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah. Oh, that's really. I hate it when that happens. That's really annoying. Don't come in about 10 minutes. So yeah, I think he might actually. I don't know. He'll certainly be challenging Umaga for that spot, if not taking the number 10. But because they haven't got, I don't think at the moment, not sure exactly who the number 10 is. That's potentially a weakness, isn't it? But then we've got 2 very good number 9s, so that helps. And obviously a very experienced, if they play him, Jimmy Gopperth, to go outside the youngsters at 10 anyway, isn't it? So yeah, I've put them at 9th. But you never know. Wasps, obviously the season before last, they played some outstanding stuff, but very inconsistent last season, weren't they? So
yeah,
I've just got a feeling. I think it's going to be more of the same as last season, and a bit of inconsistency from them. So 9th for me.
I don't think I've got anybody at 9th yet, have I?
No, not yet.
No. So Wasps, yeah. No, I thought Wasps.
Okay.
Wasps at 9 for me as well, mate. I think it just depends if they get on a run.
Yeah.
Is Jack Willis close to coming back?
Again, I don't know, mate, but he was obviously a very long-term one there, wasn't it? But
yeah, I think he would potentially make a difference if he was close to coming back. But
yeah, he will. He's a fantastic player. I mean, they're not weak without him, are they? You got his brother and Brad Shields, isn't it? And the new number 8 from New Zealand, isn't he?
Yeah.
New Zealand, yeah. And Joe, I don't know if Joe Launchbury's back again either, but he makes a big difference, I think, when he's playing. He's
injured.
A Dogwood.
He's still injured, isn't he? I think.
Again, I'm not sure, mate. But I'm not sure. But,
yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
But yeah, they're all they missed them, didn't they, last season? You know, Jack Willis and Launchbury and Doggers when he wasn't available, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm glad. I think ninth is probably for where Wasps are at the moment, is probably a good position for them. Okay, so then last season London Irish finished 9th.
Yep.
And in terms of business, London Irish have also been quite busy. So Tom Homer, former Bath guy, you'll know, he's retired. TJ Ione's gone to Bourgogne Brussels or somewhere. Naholo gone to Canterbury. Blair Cowan's been released. But they've been quite busy on the market. They've bought in Ben White, the Leicester young Leicester scrum half. They've also brought in a Van Rensburg, not Johan. I'm guessing it's his brother, Benhard Janzi Van Rensburg. Marcel van der Merwe from La Rochelle, Hugh Sullivan, Ben O'Donnell. Ben O'Donnell's been promoted. No real massive names of note there, but the Ben White, the young Leicester Tigers, former Leicester Tigers scrum half, he was actually ahead of Van Poortvliet in the standings, but Van Poortvliet is obviously, they were talking about him at Leicester as the next best thing, but Van Poortvliet has obviously jumped ahead of him.
I don't know that much about him, but I think very, very sort of different playing style nines, aren't they?
Yeah.
But Ben White's a very good 9. Obviously, you got the 2 old boys at Leicester, and like you say, Van Poortvliet's sort of taken over him as the up and coming 9 as well, isn't it? So a good move for him potentially, isn't it? Going to Irish, especially with Meehan moving on.
Well, I think White's probably going to be the number 1 potentially. Who are the scrum halves is there?
He'll certainly be challenging, right? They've got. Have they still got Phipps?
Phelps, the Australian scrum half. Phelps is still there, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, I'm not even sure now I say it, whether he knows or whether they've got rid of him as well. But he'll certainly, he's obviously, he's got the capability to challenge there, isn't he? So I think could be a very good move. 8th, I've gone for Irish.
Okay. And I think that I went. Oh, fuck, I can't remember what I've got, mate, because I've not written it down. It's not in front of me.
Not very good preparation here, Gareth.
7th.
7th. No, you got Saints at 7th.
6th.
You're just making it up off the cuff. Okay, 6th. Yeah, you sure?
Yeah. No.
Right.
Yeah. Where have I got Harlequins?
6. Yeah, you got them at 6 already.
So I've only basically got. 10.
Excuse me. Right. Do you want me to run through what you've done again?
No, because I won't remember. Stick him at 10.
You've got 3rd available.
Yeah.
You've got 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 basically, and 8th with Bath. So you've got 3rd available or 9th down.
9th.
No, you put Wasps at 9th just now.
Okay, so 10th then.
They've gone from 6th to 10th. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Can you remember that from the next one?
No.
What have you got available, Gareth? 3rd?
Yeah.
11, 12, 13th.
Hang on. Let me just write that down somewhere. So 3rd.
11, 12, 13th.
Right. then we might look a little bit more professional then, wouldn't we? So
That'd be
three.
useful.
So three, what?
You've got third and the bottom three positions to do.
So 11, 12, 13.
Correct. Are you up with it now?
Yes, I'm yes, sorry, mate. Well, I got all ready for everything, but this was the one thing that I forgot. So sorry. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go now.
Right.
I had around
Newcastle.
Ooh, Newcastle.
Go for it.
So Newcastle. Oh, well, obviously they've signed Mike Brown. They've done a bit of a raid on Harlequins. Really, they've got Nathan. Is it Nathan Earl? Mike Brown have come over from Harlequins. So well, I mean, Mike Brown's obviously not past it. Yeah, he's still a decent player, and is probably going to be quite good in Newcastle. Nathan Earl, I don't think really has. I think it's probably a good move for Nathan Earl because he's probably not going to have much of a luck at Quins, considering they've got Nick David, and obviously they all played reasonably well last season. Newcastle have also brought in that England Sevens guy on a short-term deal, that Ollie Lindsay-Haig. They've also signed a Connor Kenny from Connacht, don't know him. George Merrick, that name's rings a bell, from Worcester. They've promoted a few boys from the academy, but yeah, I mean, mainly it's Mike Brown and Nathan Earl who seem to be the kind of standout professionals they've brought in. Outgoings, Cooper Vuna, Toby Flood's obviously retired. Gareth Owen has been released. Joel Matavesi has been released. Santiago Grondona, he's been released. Tom Arscott released. Quite a few releases. And then a few others that I don't really, or haven't really been aware of. I mean, Newcastle were for a little bit my second team of last season. I enjoy. They're a good team. Newcastle's always a hard place to go to, but I just wonder if they've got enough kind of, what's the word, gameplay to kind of deal with what other teams might bring to the table.
Yeah. Well, you're almost a little bit of a glory hunter, aren't you? Really, with who you support. So you supported them at the beginning of last season, didn't you? And then you sort of switched to Harlequins for the back end of the season, didn't you?
Well, obviously I support Tiger, but Quins ended up being my second favourite team. Yes.
But yeah, I don't. I think they've done some good business actually with their signings, and so I think overall they've probably strengthened their squad. But yeah, like you say, for sort of, I think really the main reason they struggled to, but they're never going to keep how they started the sort of first half a dozen games last season going, were they? For the full season. But yeah, it's strength in depth in the squad, isn't it? That you need for the full longevity of the whole season. But yeah, I have put them at, let me have a look, 12. But it wouldn't surprise me if they were up closer to 6th. But yeah, for the purpose of this, I've put them at 12 because it's just, well, they've done some good signings, and could easily end high. It's a bloody tough league, isn't it? We've said it before. So
very tough.
We've got to put someone in the bottom 3 spots. So yeah, I've gone Newcastle for 12.
And I have also gone Newcastle for 12.
Oh, okay. Right. So moving on. Gloucester.
Okay, so bear with. Hang on a second. Sorry, mate. I just clicked off what I was looking at. Gloucester. Where the freaking hell Gloucester gone? Gloucester. So, see, Gloucester's another team. Quite a few people gone. Obviously, we've already mentioned Joe Simpson's gone on a short-term deal. Matt Banahan's retired. Willie Hines has gone to Worcester. Ollie Atkins is released. Jamie Gibson's released. Matt Garvey's gone to Worcester. That's about it. But the incomings, you got Ben Meehan. He was unattached. Wyhan Conradi from the New England Free Jacks. Kriel Gostrovster from some kind of Russian team. Klanzyak, something called the other.
Is this a comedy sketch?
No, but that's the name of the Russian for. His name is Kirill Gototevesi, and he's from Kranzia Kransnoyakaraka Sikababam. I don't know.
Oh yeah, know him well.
But the most significant signing has got to be Adam Hastings, Scottish international, obviously son of Gavin Hastings.
Yep.
Mate, I'm going to be brutal with Gloucester. Gloucester are going to finish bottom.
Okay.
I just don't see what they're going to do. I didn't quite understand the style of play they had last season, which is really weird because obviously Ludlow's a cracking player. They've got cracking player. They've got Johan Ackerman, Pelledri. Is Pelledri back now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I just don't see. I don't see what they're really going to bring to the table. That was really harsh because I do quite like Gloucester.
Well, I slightly disagree now because actually most people have gone down sort of similar route from what I've heard to what you've said, and pretty much just completely writing them off and putting them basically bottom. I actually think I wouldn't be surprised again, like Newcastle, that they climb the table a bit this season.
Right. Okay.
I think Adam Hastings potentially could be a really good signing for them because that was the position obviously they struggled at most last season.
Yeah.
We all know what happened with Danny Sips, and then they didn't really replace him or didn't have the replacement for him. So yeah, I think Adam Hastings could be a really good signing for them. So if that works, and especially in partnership with number 9.
Who?
We're getting some serious brain freeze today, mate. Who's the number 9?
Well, it's not Willie Hines anymore, is it?
Meehan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they strike up a good partner, because obviously individually both fantastic players.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking
and obviously the back line is, in individual wise, is pretty dangerous.
Well, that's just
Chris Harris, Reece Samet, Johnny May.
Yeah, but then they're not going to be around because of international. Johnny May, I reckon, will be. I don't think Johnny May plays for England this season.
Yeah, possibly not, but
I think, yeah, okay.
But still, they've got good numbers and good players out in the back line, haven't they? Even when those guys are away. And I think they probably haven't got the strength and depth, I would say, in the forwards, but their sort of first choice pack can compete with anyone else's.
Yeah,
if they've got everyone available. But anyway, I've only put one above you, I think, or have I put no? Because let me know. 11th, I've gone.
Okay.
So
you're not really,
like I say, like Newcastle, I think because it's just so tight, isn't it? Especially probably in the bottom 6. I could easily, or bottom 7. I could easily see them climbing a good few positions higher than that by the end of the season. But again, we've got to put them somewhere. So yeah, 11th I've gone for, and you've gone 13th.
13th, yeah. I don't get me wrong, mate. I do get what you're saying, but then I kind of thought, Louis Rees-Sammet's not going to be back around for a while. Chris Harris ain't going to be back around for a while, and then they'll be gone again.
I think the other reason I've given them a bit more, being a bit nicer to them than you, is a lot of the games that they lost last season, they only sort of could have quite easily won quite a few of those games.
Yeah.
So if things go a bit different, and you get a bit of a better run on that side of it, and you start nicking a few of those, it makes a huge difference, doesn't it? So
okay.
Yeah, so that was in my thinking as well. But yeah, we're only two. They're still down the bottom, aren't they? So.
Still down the bottom, mate. Okay. And then finishing off last season with the 12 teams, Worcester.
Yep.
Now, Worcester have been very, very active in innings and outies. Lots going out. Duncan Weir's gone. Cornell Dupree's gone. Francois Hugard obviously gone. Scott Van Brader's gone. Chris Pennell's gone. Matt Moulds. John Okito, Nick Shonett, Luke Baldwin. So quite Marco Mama's gone. He's retired. But they've spent some good money. So, but again, Duan van der Merwe, obviously, Christian Judge, Will Chudley, Willie Hines, Scott Baldwin's from Quins, Sione Vainu, the former Wasp number 8, Owen Williams, the Welsh centre, Matt Garvey, another Lion in Rory Sutherland. With those signings, you would think, fuck, that could be pretty decent. But again, Van der Merwe, he ain't going to be around. Sutherland's not going to be around. That's a lot of money to be spending, on those players who aren't going to be around. Willie Hines, was Willie Hines really a better option than trying to keep Hugard? I don't know. I mean,
personally, I would say no. I mean, Hines, great player, but Hugard was already there and doing it for Worcester, wasn't he? He was probably arguably their best, or certainly one of their best players for the last few seasons, wasn't he? So more of a loss than Hines is a gain, I would say, or Chudley. But who's their number 10? Because Doddy Weir played quite a bit for them at 10 last season.
No, do you mean Duncan Weir, mate?
Of course I do.
Yeah. Their number 10's a young lad, isn't it? I can't. Oh, mate, it's proper bloody brain farts at the moment with people's names. He's a young lad, isn't he? Is it begins with an S? I don't know.
But
anyway.
Yeah, move on, mate. Move on.
Are you typing it out? Because I am. Oh, Selleck's? No, not Tom Selleck, is it? What the frick is that number 10 called? I don't know, mate. I mean, they've still got obviously Ted Hill as the captain. I think I think Worcester will finish better than they did last year. I think they're going to finish around 11th. You still
11th?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, mate. Yeah. They're going to finish at 11.
Okay. Well, I've gone bottom of the pile, 13th.
Wow. Brutal.
Wow.
I can understand why you've done that. I can understand why you've done that. Are you still there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, mate.
Did you say you can't understand why, or can?
No, I can understand why.
Okay, yeah, because I agree. Like individually, a lot of those players, when you read out those names, there's some real class there, isn't there? But I agree. Like Sutherland, Van der Merwe, etc. They're going to be away on international duty, but it's a big turnover, isn't it? And it's sometimes very hard to make that gel in the first season.
Yeah.
And off the back of ending sort of bottom of the pile last season, I don't see it changing. Atkinson. That's the Wasps.
That's the Wasp one.
Charlie Atkinson.
Yeah, I said Atkinson.
Yeah. Did you say Atkinson?
Atkins. Oh, mate. Listen, we've gone from bloody excited, brain freezes, and talking, and anyway.
It must be the age, mate. Our age has started to show. Right. I've lost my train of thought now. What was I talking about? Worcester.
Worcester.
Bottom of the pile. Bottom of the pile, mate. Bottom of the pile.
So Saracens.
Yeah.
Outgoings. Michael Rhodes retired. Callum Clark's retired. Jonathan Kapuku has gone to Coventry. Will Hooley's been released. Ali Crossdale's gone to Wasp. Tom Whiteley to Bristol Bears. They have brought in, sorry, I think I said that De Haas was Canadian. He's actually American. Van Ziel is South African from the Bulls. Marco Ricconi from Benetton. Ethan Lewis from Cardiff. Theo McFarland from Mamoa Roosters. Must be a Samoan team. Ben Harris, Sam Wainwright's been promoted, and as we've already said, Joe Simpson is short-term deal. Now you're going to probably say I've obviously put Saracens finishing third, but you're going to turn around and say, well, they're not going to have all their big name players until further down the line, which is right. But they've got Billy Vunipola. They've got Alex Good. They've got
Benell, Malins, Lazowski.
Benell, Lewington. They've got the depth to, I think, if they're in and around the mix towards the end of the season, when these other, your likes of Faz is going to be there and all the boys, Jamie George and Marrow and all them kind of things, then, I just think they'll be there. I think they're too good a team not to be. I'm not saying they're going to be top, and I think it's going to be a bit of a transition season for them. And I don't by any means think they're going to win the competition. I just think they're going to be, if they can be in and around the mix and a few games go their way towards the end of the season, then third's a likely position for them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you got a thought? Where have you put them?
Fourth.
Okay.
And I actually would have put them higher, but I just think, for all the reasons you've explained, with first season back and missing key guys, obviously front end of the season and then away on international duty, and not having quite as much strength in depth as what they had before going down to the Championship.
Yeah.
I think it will be a scrap for them. So otherwise I would have put them higher. But I would almost put, if I was a gambling man, put money on them being top four, and it wouldn't actually surprise me if they won the whole thing. And I'm not saying that's going to happen or it's going to be easy for them, because it isn't, and there's a lot more competition arguably than when they went down for that top spot now. But it's Saracens, isn't it? And they know how to do it, and they know how to find a way to do it. So I think if they end top four, then they're dangerous, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And also back end of the season, they won't have Europe to worry about.
Exactly. Exactly.
Whereas some of the other top guys arguably might be still involved in Champions Cup, especially hopefully Chiefs and maybe Bristol, isn't it? So I've gone fourth, mate.
Do you think also Sarries will want to do a bit of a two fingers up to the establishment? And
yeah, very much, mate, very much. That's why you can't write them off. They'll be,
no, you can't write them off at all.
But however much they know how to do it, and they're going to be massively fired up to do it, it's still a very big ask. So But
like I've said, I think if they're in and around the mix towards the end of the season and the big guns come back, like you say, it's they just have a knack of winning, don't they?
Yeah, it just shows how competitive the league is now, isn't it? Because I think there's definitely 6 teams who just you wouldn't have any argument with them being top four. They're genuine top four contenders going into the start of the season. And then there's probably one or two more who, could be putting their hands up if they manage to get a good, have a good season, get a good run going, and so it's just so competitive, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the best league going, mate, and I think that's why I'm just so excited. So I guess let's look ahead to Friday Night Lights, the first game of the 21-22 Gallagher Premiership season, and what a game to start with! Sarries at Ashton Gate against Bristol.
Yeah,
there's only one way this is going, my man. Ready? We'll say it together on three. Ready?
Okay.
1,
well,
3.
On 3 or after 3?
Well, I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then you say it.
Okay, go.
1, 2, 3. Bristol. It's slightly delayed, mate. Come on.
Was it? I thought you were going to Sarries, actually.
No, it's Bristol, mate. Yeah,
I agree, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if Sarries win it. But I just sort of logically thinking ahead, you've got to favour Bristol going into it. They're going to have a closer to full strength squad than Saracens.
Yep.
And well, that's A, B, and C really. That's it. And home advantage is the other one, isn't it? But
yeah. No, I agree. Okay. Tigers at Welford Road against the Chiefs. There's only one winner here, mate. I'm going Tigers.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
No, of course I don't agree. Chiefs all the way, mate.
Oh, you don't agree?
No, I don't.
Oh, come on, dude. Freaking hell. If there's an opportunity for Tigers to beat Chiefs, this is it.
Yeah. I know, I totally agree with that, but I just think they're gonna balls it up, mate. I think you do well to get one win out of the first 3 games, if I'm honest. And that'll be your season over, game over.
Right, okay. Fair enough. Well, we'll see. We'll see when we come to review it next week, won't we?
No, I'm all joking aside. I can see Tigers winning it. I can see Tigers winning it, but for probably similar reasons to or the exact same reasons as the Bristol Saracens game. You got a closer to full strength starting lineup or squad for the game, and at home as well. So that's 2 big pluses for first game of the season.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Northampton against Gloucester at Saints.
Yeah, home advantage only. I would say Saints.
Yeah, I think that's going to be that's a tough ask for Gloucester on the opening day of the season.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Saints as well.
Yep.
Irish away at Worcester.
Ooh.
Now,
Irish.
I actually. Oh, go on then. All right.
What are you going?
I'm going Worcester, mate.
Okay.
I've watched a few of the Worcester games and they look pretty good. And I appreciate they're only pre-season, but I think they're going to win a few. And I think this will be one that they've targeted. And I don't think Irish do too well when they go away, if I remember rightly from last season. So, yeah, I'm going to go Worcester.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
But
so that's the only one we haven't agreed on, is it?
No, well, you haven't agreed with Tigers either, have we?
Okay.
Okay.
Is that all the fixtures?
No. Then there's Bath and Sale.
Of course there is. Hello? You still there?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. It's at Sale.
It's at Sale. Bath and Sale games are usually pretty boring and dull.
This one won't be.
Do you know what, mate? I'm going to say Bath. Even though I've said Sale are going to win the league, I'm going to say Bath are going to take this one.
Yeah, well, I'm obviously going to say the same, right? But yeah, I really hope they do it as well. I think Sale are
depleted. No faff.
Yeah, beginning of the season could be potentially quite tough for Sale. There's Faf,
no AJ,
Dan Dupree, Luke,
Rob Dupree, the other Dupree.
No, I don't think it's only. I think it's only Dan who's involved in the Springbok squad, and the Oh my god, I've got serious brain freeze. So the other big second row.
Yeah, he's Dupree.
No.
Oh, Vice.
No.
Right, let's just.
Oh my god, we're not doing well this week, are we?
No, really not. But anyway, you're going to go Bath, and I'm going to go Bath. So
yeah, Faf's the big one for them, isn't it?
I don't think AJ's playing, mate.
Is he not?
I think AJ's away on international duty.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, isn't he? Is it they got Uruguay or something? Haven't they? Is it Uruguay?
Yes.
Well then, yeah, it's a big opportunity for Bath then.
Shame if
and Danny Sips hopefully starting his first official start to show what's going to be the rest of the season looking like.
Yeah. No, I think
the rest of the league time.
Bath will take that one. Okay, Sunday, obviously, because there's no game for Wasps because there's 13 teams in the league. So they get a bye week. I don't know how that's going to work with the fantasy rugby and any Wasp players. Who knows? Harlequins are away at Falcons. Mike Brown, Nathan Earl against their old team to start off with. Harlequins for that one, mate. What do you think? Falcons. You're going to say Falcons.
Yes, I am. Falcons.
I can see why you'd say that as well. I can see why you'd say that. Okay. Did you write them down?
No, I didn't actually, mate, but they're all in the memory bank. We've only disagreed on
3.
I'm gonna because you've backed Bath, I'm gonna back Tigers.
Don't do that. Don't give me a pity back in.
No, I want to do it, mate. It's first game of the season, a bit of good sportsmanship and all that, and then.
Oh, well, that's nice, mate. Well, that's good.
There you go.
I appreciate it.
So we've disagreed on Worcester Irish.
Yeah.
And
Quins,
Newcastle Quins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Do you want to talk any fantasy rugby, or do you want to just keep that as a little surprise for each other on Friday night? In terms of squad,
not really, mate. I think there's not really much you can say, is it? It'd just be interesting. First round is always an important one.
It is indeed. I'm interested in your squad, I have to say.
Yeah, you mentioned this a minute ago, but how the old bye week's going to work as well. That's
well, I'm assuming that it would just be a bit like if there was a COVID game, you'd get the average like score, maybe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. It's going to be really, really interesting. Really, really looking forward to winning. I need to win this fantasy rugby this year, mate. I'm not going to lie. I've put a lot of.
What would you rather have, like beating me in the fantasy rugby, or Leicester Tigers winning the Premiership?
Only one answer to that.
The fantasy rugby.
Yeah, 2 right.
Yeah. Fuck the Premiership.
Yeah. I know this isn't rugby, but just a massive shout out to Emma Raducanu.
Oh yeah, mate! Unbelievable.
What a game! Didn't see it. Just obviously heard a lot about it. Fair play to her. Don't really know much about tennis, but she's.
Mate, I did actually see it. I stayed up and watched that, and genuinely one of the best, if not the best, games of tennis I've ever seen. It was just fantastic.
How do you pronounce her name? Anyway,
I'm not even gonna go there, mate, because we've just been abysmal with with remembering names and pronouncing names. So let's not mess it up even more.
No, that's
but
fair.
yeah, just absolutely, yeah, amazing, mate. It's so good to see that.
Yeah, definitely. Even I agree with that, and I don't even like
to another sport there, but yeah,
cool.
Well,
listen,
flying the flag for Great Britain.
That's why I like it.
But yeah, I stayed up and watched, mate. It's just some amazing tennis. So both women were just unbelievably skillful. It's great to say because I haven't, in all honesty, I haven't watched a lot of women's tennis for or any tennis, but more so probably women's in the last couple of years because it looked to be going a bit sort of power game style. Is this a tennis podcast?
No, but wrap it up.
like the men's game, but these two girls are like the complete opposite. I mean, obviously she's got power to her game, but it's just so much skill and speed around the court. It's just great, mate. It's great to watch.
If you were to bring it back to rugby, she would be the Harlequins of the tennis world.
Yeah, I guess so. But her opponent was, very a similar style as well. She was only, I think she was even smaller. I think she's 5'6". Because you look at the sort of Williams sisters and stuff. They're big women, aren't they? And play the power game, like I say.
Yeah,
but
where you coming from?
But yeah. Anyway.
All right, mate.
Good shout out there, Gareth. Good shout out.
I thought you'd appreciate that. As soon as you text me all about it. Anyway, right. So obviously we're available on Instagram, Twitter, all major platforms, Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. So go over, give us a follow, give us a like. Come and listen to us talk crap, remember people's names, not remember people's names, mispronounce things. And yeah, we'll catch you again next week.
Yeah, and it's Radicano, just for the record.
Oh, you've just been practicing when I was talking. Anyway, we'll leave it there. I'll see you soon, buddy.
Over and out. Yeah, looking forward to a fantastic win. First game of the win for Bath and Chiefs beating Tigers. It'll be a good start to the season, mate.
Even though you've just said Tigers going to beat Chiefs. Brilliant. Anyway,
obviously the fact beating you in the fantasy. Over and out. Thank you very much.
Bye.